Hi everyone, it's Alicia, and this is my upload for Gideon Created to Lead. Each and every one of us has our own walk with God, and we are all works in progress. And of course, before we accept Jesus, we have things in our lives that we feel we just did not succeed in certain things. And like Gideon, maybe you may feel that you're a total failure in certain areas of your life. And when you come to the Lord, and usually, I know speaking for myself, you're very broken. You're repentant for things that you've done, and more than likely you don't feel worthy to even be in the presence of the Lord or serve God. However, God has a plan, a purpose and a plan for us, and we are all called to ministry. We are all called to worship Him in some shape or form. And so in looking at Gideon's life, what struck me was the fact that Gideon did not have a point of reference. So growing up, he did not have a good father figure. He did not have godly men and women surrounding him in his community. And I can definitely identify with that in my own personal life. I did have a point of reference in my life. It's certain aspects of my life, but I did not have a godly father. I did not have a point of reference in that sense that I knew that I would know what it looked like to just recognize a godly man. And I thought that I could expect certain things in relationships, and there was nothing I can do about it. However, God showed me differently. And so, be that as it may, God is going to use each and every one of us as a tool in His kingdom. And so He has to do a work in our lives. Of course, we come to Him, we're broken, we're thinking of ourselves in a way that we shouldn't be thinking, just not the way we see ourselves, but we don't see ourselves the way God sees us. And Scripture says, as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. And if you think of yourself as a failure, so you will be. But God can speak life into us. He won't, for me personally, He did not speak everything all at once to me, but He gives it to me in bits and pieces, just as it relates to my own life. And so He gives life to the dead just by speaking to you, and He releases His power, just by speaking. And when you listen, the Lord can absolutely transform you in great ways. And so we have to look at Him as our reference point for our lives, to live our lives, and listen to Him. And He wants to teach us. He wants to see us serve Him. He wants to see us fulfill the purpose that He has on our lives. And so there is a reflection question here that says, as you dance before the Lord, is God continually able to recreate and transform you to fit His good purpose? Absolutely. Every single time I worship and dance, the Lord gives me something, and it's precious. It's like it's like getting jewels. I can't even explain what it is, but it's so very precious to dance for him and to be able to receive something new each and every time, and feel that transformation continuing each and every day with the Lord. And so what I thought of, first of all, is there's one activation that Pastor Lynn does that I think is absolutely wonderful, where, one person stands at the end of a line and everyone else will march down and say something encouraging or inspiring to them, one word. And for me, that's like God speaking through someone to you, to encourage you, to speak life into you. I think that would be a great activation for something to relate to this. I also like the idea of dancing in worshipful dancing to the Lord and asking him to give you a word. And that can, happen also in a line, just everyone coming through, alternating maybe two at a time while everyone else is moving down. And so those are the two activations that I thought of for this particular subject. Just asking the Lord for a word, dancing and asking him to give you a word as you dance and you worship to him, asking him for that transformation, asking for that confirmation. Lord, what is it that you would have me do? And also having others, to speak life into you, to pray first, of course. What is God telling me to speak to this person? One word. And speak to them, speak life into them. And so that is my upload for Gideon Recreated. Thank you.